Hello and welcome to chapter 182 of our streaming adventure. Today, the plan is to play some Pioneer. The ManaTraders series, shout out to ManaTraders, sponsor the stream. Each month, in a different format, they put together a series where you qualify first, and then they play Swiss at the end of the month, and then the top 8 on the next day. And the idea is it's free to enter, but by having a ManaTraders subscription, it elevates your prizes. So I find it something that captures my interest each time. And like I said, because it's free to enter and we have the flexibility of the rental account, whatever, let's try it. Let's see if we can play something fun and exciting. So we started off, a couple days ago, and managed to get 2 wins with MonoGreen. So dance with the one you brought. So let's fire up. Let's play a match in ManaTrader. I do have to navigate to the Pioneer Tournament Practice Room. And it's showing me a different deck. Okay. MonoGreen mid-range. We come back over here, say my deck is ready. Then they'll pair you. ManaTraders will pair you. And as of right now, the first set, within the first 10 matches, at least 10 matches, 70%, 20 matches, at least 65%, and 30 or more, 60%. And then at that point, it locks you in. It says you are qualified. Then you can keep playing to have a minimum of 20 matches and get yourself on the leaderboard. The leaderboard is a separate set of prizes. So if you're just trying to get over the finish line to that Swiss tournament, that's one thing you can do. Or if you're specifically trying to, like, say you find something and it keeps winning and winning and winning and winning and winning, then maybe you'll find yourself on top of the leaderboard. The current leaderboard, 90% is up at the top. Goes all the way down to 68%. But those are the people that have played at least 20 matches. There actually aren't 20 people yet. So maybe not that many people have played yet. I was going to say, I see one of our opponents that we are one of that. Sorry, sir, we are one of those 4. But, yeah. There is a bit of this where it just kind of spins, and it's trying to find you another opponent. Now, that's the thing is maybe nobody else out there looking for Pioneer right now. That's entirely possible. Or I could be lying, and we just had a pairing successful. I have to create the match. Uh-oh. Okay. Or they created it. They beat me to it. Yorion. So now the question is this fast enough? We do not have a 1-mana play. I would say no, it's not fast enough. I would love to draw a forest here. So 1 forest. If I'm going to be slower. still think it's the Hydro. Come on the draw. Wow. Powerful wizard. Now the thing is, can we pay it off? Okay, so we already got a forest. So this is the second one. So that means I'm going to throw it in the graveyard. They have a sweeper. They do. Start over. I don't know what that does. Create a bird. Whenever one or more creatures you control look at my hand, and then you may sideboard. Too bad you don't have a reach. That'd be sweet. That's bad. It's getting worse. At least it's bigger than the Agent of Treachery. That's interesting how that's going to work, is they get to put something on top of their library and then potentially just draw it. But they thought better of it. They're like, why bother? I don't need to do that. So the troll could be exiled and flip into another agent of treachery. They're just going aggro. Face, take it. I'm shocked. Pump up their agents. Make them 3/4s. Yep, as expected. And there's even more. I would think they probably put Yori in hand. Nope, they've got better stuff to do. Alright, we're done here. Alright, how? Technically, that works against Luca, does it not? So, this Genesis Hydra, not a combo. And then reach, that's what we're looking for. Even converted mana costs. They are going to have a handful of enchantments. Is that worth Reclamation Sage? I mean, as opposed to something like Voracious Hydra, who's really not going to have that much to fight? It will have some, but I'm thinking not enough. Okay. Try this. And once again, being on the draw did not help. I would like to play first. Okay, so so I made sure it's a 4/3, but I mean, would I have been better off to just draw it? This would only have one, and you double the number of counters. Wrath effect. Yep. Double my counters, please. To a powerful 2-3. At least I got something to rumble with. Do I let them get the 0-4? If I attack here, yes, please. Just waiting to get wrecked. See how they choose to do it. It's not double red this time. What was it? That one works. Okay. Showing me Oath of Nissa. Faster. I could have ensured it was a 4-3 and then thrown it away, but also this way we drew through that. We drew through the land that was underneath it. Two cats. Okay. Do not send a 3-3 into 2-2s. Cat Chariot. Sure. I'm sure that's... Well, that's true. What's her name? Is it Freya, the Celtic goddess? I read the books of the Iron Druid. It's Iron Druid Chronicles by Kevin Hearn. They're actually really good, and I recommend checking them out. It involves stuff like he runs into different deities as if like they actually exist. If you know Neil Gaiman's American Gods. Kind of, but different. Same, but different. I don't really know how to break it down better than that. Same, but different. All right. Dear opponent, with your cat army. So they would crew it up, attack, and get a new 2-2. Okay. But then it would at least be crewed. Or I should say, they would be tabbed. Opponent is thinking hard. And I say that even though that they're thinking hard, we still have used more clock than they do. I'm not sure what it is about my play other than just maybe me talking, or like I start to pontificate on stuff and just ramble. Okay, crude. Incoming for Nissa. And then you're going to have a burn spell. I mean, is it tapped? No. She takes it. No blocks. Burn. Shock. Shock I don't think is even technically legal. Drawing straight heaters over here. Sure. I mean, it's not like I'm not going to attack. Block and eat one. If I had any sort of thing to follow up other than Drew Forests, I mean, I'm in the same situation here. Not only can Chariot fire up, the cat token can attack, token copy, and then you make yourself a second shark. I'm just going to get wrecked. Fully expected. Shark will eat her. Give yourself a new shark. I mean, their deck looks pretty interesting. As we die to the tokens. I'm curious, is it a popular deck? I mean, it probably doesn't do well with, what, hand disruption? Pioneer in the last 7 days. It does not appear to be popular. Oh, that's kind of brutal with all these flying idiots. Well played. And by that I mean, wasn't really much of a decision on our part. But I think that's kind of what you sign up for with this deck, right? It's you either have it or you don't have it. There's not much in between. Let's jump into another one. All right. I feel like there's dog hair all over the place. All right. Will this be my first opponent? We are on the draw. But there's no companion over there. Green, white. All right, what? We might overextend with our 11 Elvish Mystics. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 pips. Sure. I can't block flyer. Okay. So let's see if I can bait him. All right. So this 1, 2. What a surprise, Spell Queller. All right, I'll fight your Spell Queller. Fight your Spell Queller, get Vivian back. Spirits. All right, so they got a lot of flying. I feel like we could just move this one into the main, because if we hit this one, they can't counter it, and Pro Blue is probably going to cause problems for them. What is this? When you cast the spell, creatures you control get beefed. I do probably want to avoid easy spirit targets, but I'm not sure how much I can really do about that. I could rely on getting the extra cast triggers. Non-creature permanent. That makes that worse. Creature power 2 or less. I mean, I think I'm just going to do that. And rely on all the elves in the world. We had 6 or 7 1-mana elves just going to town. So close. I don't... Well, I literally can't cast anything, so you can't keep this hand. Contractually, must mulligan. Can I draw land? We are on the draw, so we have 2 chances at land before this burning tree. I was going to say, what's going on their side? I was like, okay. Take it. Why doesn't this dude have haste? Spell Queller? I mean, do they have the 11th Spell Queller? Like, they might. Well, I can't pay for Lofty Tonight. Had that worked. Yeah, we're dead. Alright, so it's really coming down to whether or not that Spell Queller hits. There's really not much else relevant. Yes. I think this is perfect. One, two. the question is, one, two, three, four, five, six, 7. No blocks. Okay, so seven. All right. Take that win. Three and 1 now. Like that's it just feels like it can do powerful things. Next match. Pairing up. Oh, I thought I saw the animation. Apparently I'm wrong. Whew. Do. Sometimes you just gotta give them the beats. That's it. It's just you swing in there with authority, or you make a lot of green mana symbols. That's all there is to it. What else costs double green? If you do this, what if I want to look at converted mana costs? Chaos 37. All right, lost the die roll. We haven't won one yet. They have mulliganed. I will keep. Turn 2 Jade Light. What the hell is that? Bottom. What an appropriate name, opponent. Chaos. Like, is this gonna like pay off and then just like completely wreck me by being artifacts? Because that's what they're for, is maybe to be artifacts. You're gonna, what's the convoke one? Improvise? Well, they topped this time. Counter. Oh. Elvish Mystic. Graveyard. gonna say graveyard. I don't feel like those are the cards I need. Metallic Rebuke. It is improvise. Is that what I said, or did I say innovate? I could have been rebuked there. Oh. The old... I'm sorry, I don't know. Plume Veil, is that still a blue card? Woof. Cycle for 1. Could have also just attacked first. But I honestly don't know what's going to happen. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to fight that one. Rawr. That could have gone... If they had like 43 less cards in their library, 42 less cards, I could have just got completely wrecked. Interesting. Okay, so the real question is... They have a 6/5 and a 1/3. This says trample, so they'd have to soak up most of it. That block's there, so 1/3 gets through currently. We're holding on my upkeep. My opponent had plans for my upkeep. Elvish Mystic. Okay, so... Play late. I'll play a Mystic because it breaks even. Come on, Vorinclex. I choose Pikachu. Six there, 6 there. So that's 12 trample. They have 8 that they could absorb. So that's 4, 8. That looks like 9. 10, actually. Okay. Well, I feel like Miss Cutter Hydra has to be the best freaking card in existence. Maybe the Trample. Like, if they have the ability to start tapping our stuff. Like, Scavenging Ooze maybe can come out after some trades and start pumping up, but it's like, I kind of need removal, and I feel like, I guess this is my removal. I've been unimpressed with Genesis Hydra. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm not giving it a fair shake. Is Scavenging Ooze good enough? I mean, is it better than... You have a lot of Eldrazi's for no good reason. Can Turn Timber only get green creatures? No. Interesting. They're going to have stuff for me to eat. I don't know. I think I am underwhelmed by the Hydras. See how we do on the draw. Hi, bud. Like, we need the Nykthos, or we need... I mean, it's hard to say no to a turn 1 play. Scry away. They scryed down, down. I'm trying to think. What does blue have against green creatures? Hibernation. That's a freaking blowout. Counter this. Okay. That's fair. I mean, they kind of have to do something. I just can't think of what their sweeper might be that I have to worry about overextending into. It's not Omen of the Sea, I can tell you that. If we hit a Garenbrig, that's a Vorinclex. Excuse me. Little burpee there. Burps, then coughs. I'm not sure if they realize they have a stop on my upkeep. Maybe they're double queuing. It's possible. Said, sorry, my son woke up. No problem. How about 13? Unsummon. How about 7? Yep. All right. The beats continue. Let's fire up another one. I mean, is there really... I guess the thing to look at is how bad is this sideboard? Like, the main deck, we've identified that Genesis Hydra is kind of... So, what if... Dear Goldfish. MonoGreen midrange. Okay. So, no stop giving Genesis Hydra. This is the little Nissa putting plants, putting +1/+1 counters on everybody. Oblivion Sower. I guess maybe it makes more sense when you have Turn Timber Symbiosis that you can just drop these big idiots. Maybe that's something that I'm not even considering. Alright, what else is out there? I don't really want to play Collected Company, but Yorvo enters with 4 +1/+1 counters. Whenever a green creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Yorvo. Then, if that creature's power is greater than Yorvo, Yorvo gets bigger. Garrick's Harbinger. Why is that so blurry? I can't read that. Deals combat damage to a player. Look at that many cards in your library. You may reveal. Well, that seems decent. Cronus. Power 4 or greater. Like, this is literally just turbo bees. What's interesting is they don't have the... Who's the... Jade Light Ranger. There's no Jade Light Ranger here. It's triple green, triple green, triple green. See, why is this setup more... It's kind of interesting. Like, there's no walkers in this list. But then over here you have the walkers. Elder Gargaroth. I mean, that card just seems good. Like, I think I'm being... Maybe we're just being too cute with this Void Winnower whatever package, and we just need to have, like, just get Ulamog, right? Ulamog can just kill people, so that one can stay for the Vivian board. But, like, this Decimator, Void Winnower... I'm not sure Mist Cutter Hydra is the best choice, but it's going to do some stuff. Against, what are the top decks that are even out there? But I think, like, the ability to have Reclamation Sage in the sideboard or the Life Gain guy, I think both of those kind of make sense. But, like, this is too cute. Scavenging Ooze I like as well. Is this an elf? It is an elf. What about the Gargaroth? Gargaroth. Okay, we could play one of those. That's another, like, anti-burn element, or it's just gonna have value by being big dumb idiot. What does Vivian Reed do? That's in a list. Look at your top 4. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. So I like this aggressive version. So what if we try to go rent a couple more cards? We try to rent a Gargaroth. Clear. Can I clear, please? Elder. Holy. Those are expensive. Garrick. Harbinger? Those are not expensive. Does this other list not have Vorinclex? That feels interesting. Does it also not have... It doesn't have Oath of Nissa, does it? Those are interesting choices not to have. To play all the 3 mana stuff. I guess it has Collected Company as a way to make up. Quick mana for a Collected Company, and then suddenly you just have like 11 power on the board. But I don't know. I definitely like this version a little bit better. So we're still on 20 lands, 4 Oath, 4 of those, 4 Genesis Hydra's out. It's out. Has 1 remove all. It still has Vorinclex. I think I want to play the Harbinger because it says let's put 2 of those. I think I want more things to play at this kind of 3 mana level. That's another interesting one. So they have Lovestruck Beast here. That's not terrible. Maybe Lovestruck Beast is better than the Harbinger. I mean, I guess they have them in the sideboard as additional ones. Interesting. Better than, like, yeah, what does Questing Beast really do? They have Grafdigger's Cage. They have Back to Nature over the Reclamation Sages. Well, I mean, that is the... I can't think of the name of the... Destroy all enchantments, yeah? Take one of those out. I guess they don't need to test them. If they're going to do this Gargaroth, they're gaining plenty of life there. We have 1 Scavenging Ooze in the main. They play 2 in the main. Maybe that's worthwhile with Lurrus running around. So then where are we different? They have Genesis Hydras. We're not going to play Genesis Hydra, so we'll play Harbinger instead there. They have Voracious Hydra. We got that. They have Jade Light Ranger. We have that. They have Vivian Reeds. We're going to play some Old Growth Trolls. So why do I have 59 and they have 6? Oh, because they have a second Turn Timber. Okay. So, Back to Nature. All right, so what are the cards I actually need? We need 2 Harbingers. We need a Turn Timber. Whatever, Back to Nature. And 3 Lovestruck Beasts. Okay. 4, 3, 1. Those Genesis Hydras were always whiffs. And I feel like a lot of times we're sitting at Hydra as a 3 mana play. And Hydra, or the Voracious Hydra, while good, it's not a 3 mana play. Whereas more of these idiots just seems powerful, and then maybe Lovestruck Beast is better in that situation versus another or whatever. So that's all I'm thinking. Close. We good? All right. I feel like this is better. To be determined, I guess, but. All right, back to ManaTraders. To be fair, I was in ManaTraders, but let's back to the series. Okay, so we are currently 4-1. Nice. Let's play. Does Garrick's Harbinger have trample? It tried. All right, spin it up. A new match. Bum, bum. Bum. It helps if you keep it there. Well, see, our opponents know that I have upgraded to the power of Garrick's Harbinger, and now it's like, well, they know they can't beat it. So, yeah, not quite. I mean, as a 4-3, but like Lightning Bolt doesn't exist. So maybe it's not that bad? I don't know. I'm thinking of the times that we've done Burning Tree, and Burning Tree is kicked into a red, and then like you're like, you know, not necessarily being able to play the troll off green, 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 but if you have green, green, red, I don't want it to be a complete whiff. That's all I'm thinking. As whatever is going on with my cord here. Goodness. Come on. Come on, opponents. Come face. Come face the MonoGreen beats. / hybrid red. / colors. But I mean, it's MonoGreen-ish. Right? What do we got here? Like, we display it instead as this. Does that look more or less imposing? Little touch of red. Why don't these match? That's annoying. I have to go back to this view. If they're not going to match, we're going to have to go back to the other view. I just want to Gargaroth somebody. How do you deal with this? Draws cards? Spinning. This is somewhat absurd. I mean, I know that there are only so many people that play Pioneer. I did not try to lose one. It just so I was put upon by an agent of treachery. So it's appropriate that it was a treacherous loss. But we're hanging in. We're 4-1 so far. We've managed to play 3 matches in a little bit over an hour. Unfortunately, the pairing algorithm, it doesn't look like there's anybody out there for us to play right now. I mean, we'd like to play them. As it continues to spit, like, this is where you start to question. You're like, well, I could run to the bathroom. But as soon as I do, it'll pair, and then I'll miss it. But I don't know. 9-1, and let's talk. Well, if I can win 3 more, that once you hit 7 in the first 10, you know you're qualified. So that is the primary goal here. But hell yeah, 9-1. 9-1 means we're looking at the leaderboard for the overall placement right now. 80% people are hanging around in the top 10. Top 10 does have a payout. Because, yeah, 90% is at the top end. Salty Steve. Yeah. I don't know. I get a kick out of looking at people's usernames. Like, I'm boring. Jay Pinter. Sue me. But all right. Some of these are bad. The Master Bader. Apparently somebody thought that was a cool name to let go through the filter. I don't know. Hey! Create. We have an opponent. We have lost the die roll, though, because we can't frickin' win one of those. They gave us a good luck, have fun, so they're dredge. Always dredge. They mulligan to 6. I mean, we have a turn 1 play, and then we have a turn 2 play as well. Maybe Oath of Nissa can find us a second Burning Tree Emissary? Or do I want a Jade Light Ranger? Kind of want Nissa. Because I believe they are... I can't think of the name of it. The Niv to Light. I could be wrong. May I have an Oath of Nissa? Because if we can find something decent here, I'll keep this one. There's everybody's favorite Harbinger. If I took a Scavenging Ooze here, that would give me something to play on this turn. And that might be good enough. Is something to play this turn, something to play next turn? And this currently can eat up 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Unless I just kill it again. Oh, they picked up their guy. Okay, so... So one more land. And we can have a Vorinclex join the party. Actually, 3. We're only breaking even off of Nykthos currently. I'll attack for 10. Alright, I can put one of these or a Garrick's Plant. Well, I didn't get a Garrick, so I'll take a Burning Champion. Done. So it drew me a card. It seems decent. Valky. Okay. Oh, they stole my guy. And they had a Dreadbore. Does it make more sense to play out another one into a possible Clarion? I'm going to say no. I don't see a need to play out into that. Yeah, okay. So if they are Bring to Light, they had a bad set of lands. So they did have Kolaghan's Command. how is Niv Mizzet worded? Reveal. Put the chosen cards into your hand. Okay, but bring to... It would stop bring to light. But I don't know if that's good enough. I feel like these are going to be weak. Although they could shoot Velky, which is nice. How about 2 for some Gargaroth action? That might be good enough. On the draw, no, you can't keep non-accelerating hands. Keep. I mean, this will force him to have that Clarion. So Jade Light Ranger here could try to draw me some lands. So we know that we're going to draw a Hydra. Here's the right. Omnath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Okay. Pre-combat. Red, white, blue, 5 colors. So Amath is in there, but that's it. So hexproof from black doesn't do me any good. Puts D-Spark and Dreadbore. 4 or greater. Four or greater. I'm going to die to a 3 damage sweep here. I just figured I'd get Scavenging Ooze out there so it would have something to do. Okay, so they're still holding D-Spark and Dreadbore. Dreadbore can deal with Planeswalker. That's a good one. Jade Light Ranger has been revealed. Yeah, we're just going to fall behind. And once they kind of hit the sweeper, we were in trouble. We just need to be faster. Need to be faster. I only had one Hydra and I hit it. That's perfect. Maybe Cage is backdoor worthwhile. Diversifying my 3 mana threats here. ML to 6. Could have played a castle instead there. At least here I have enough lands to potentially play. So they know about Gargaroth. Who is in the sideboard lurking? All right. Currently attacking for lethal. Unless they do something. Binding the Old Gods is pretty cool. Wrath. Nope, Dreadbore. Put you at 6. Sorry, put you at 4. So many Death Touch creatures. That's a big serpent. So every upkeep, they're going to get a 3/3. And I believe we just lost the game because of this. Tap target permanent. Sure. But I feel it slips away here, unfortunately. They just sit there and build an army of 3/3s. Like, I legit can't really fathom a way to get out. Because they're never going to... They can just tap our stuff into, like, Alpha Strike us at some point. Currently generating +3. Not going to block. That's trample, right? Does not have trample, but I think I'll still take it. the old flood out. Bum bum bum. Win-win loss. Win-win loss. That's frustrating. All right, I will be right back. I'm just gonna take a quick break. That came back too fast. We join the match. Hey, won the die roll. Yes, I'd like to play first. Keep. So we can go Elvish, Mystic, potential. We could Old Growth Troll. I think that's probably a better play off the Turn Timber. Because that would let us have a 4/4 going into 5 mana. Okay. So let's play this. Yes. This will also let us play an Oath of Nissa. That's it. So I could play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 green and not really do much, or Get some aggro going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green. We could make a pretty fat Hydra here. That sucks. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mana Confluence. Wrath effect. So, 1, 2, 3 here. Two. They could have another Wrath kill another one of our lands. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right now. Attack. Do they come in tapped? Okay. I was just curious whether or not that will pay off. Good evening. The plan is probably Saturday for the challenge. I knew I wanted to get in some Pioneer for the ManaTraders series. That's the main reason I'm playing what I did today. But I would expect we'll be back to Vintage on Saturday. That's the plan. All right, this feels like Niv to Light type stuff again. What was different? They had the verdict thing, and I think the verdict kills small stuff. Creatures and planeswalkers CMC 3 or less. I mean, I kind of just want to go beats. Take the Hydras out. They had Nahiri, though. But it's a Hydra. We'll keep one Hydra in case it's the perfect draw. Because sometimes it'll be the perfect draw. How does this work? You cast it as that. As a mulligan. Keep. One, two, three, 4, 5. So we can play Elder Gargaroth next turn as long as nothing goes wrong. Okay, so I'll shoot that guy in the face, and I'll attack for 4. I was going to say, they don't have double black, but they would have black off the Caryatid. Put you at 10. Something big. What is that? Beginning of your upkeep, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature or planeswalker. Blowout. Does it even make sense to play that? I would argue no. Tolsimir, Growth Spiral, Dreadbore. They just get to cast it, right? Okay. Okay. 4, 6. We're going to have 16 points to trample. Like I said, 16 points of trample. They can't soak it all up. So they were definitely Niv with what was the multicolor bridge card? Whatever the Kaldheim Rainbow Bridge. That was pretty cool. All right. Jump back in. What are we at? We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2. How do I refresh? We're on played a couple Niv decks in a row. Unfortunately. But I don't know. Those kind of decks are interesting because, like, if they hit the right stuff, they're gonna get you. But I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting to see. Like I said, they Indian pancake. Okay. Heard of Dutch pancake? Try again. There we go. Lost the die roll. Back to that. Two back. We are on the draw. So the question is, maybe the hexproof from black would have been better. If I block, forces them to use it. So if I put either one of those out, it adds to more mana next turn. If I play that now, six. Or do I prep myself for this? I think I do. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I could fight for that, or equal to its power to target creature planeswalker. Seven. I think if I would have blocked, it would have held off Sorin, but I wouldn't have been able to have the turn I just pulled off here. And this doesn't say fight, it just says deals damage equal to power. Seven. Put on a blanket. All right, so we've got a Hydra. I can add counters, or just gun that down. That gets it up to 5. Seven, 8, 9. If I use that, that means I would have 3 left over. So if they kill it in response, I don't remember how the fighting works? Well, that answers that. If I send both of these, Soren will die. And I only lose one of the two. So until end of your turn? They just had another one. That's pretty good. You have to tap out. You tap out and do it, you shoot that down. Alternatively, Jade Light Ranger. Big bucks, no whammies. You just gotta find me a land. Unfortunate. We had a plan. If it could have hit a land, we could have cleared the night as well, but maybe that's just too greedy when we're the creature deck and they're the removal deck. Although, really, the only removal they played so far is Murderous Rider. Maybe I need to look up what their kind of deck has. Fatal Push, Heartless Act. Ooh. Yep. All the Mutavaults. That's another good one. Do they respond? They could have responded. If they would have activated the Mutavault with itself, they could have drawn an extra card. Not that they needed it, but it starts to make things overwhelming. Okay. I mean, it's pretty good. It's not good enough. All right. Well, if we're just going to get into a resource battle, I go on those. I think that part is relevant. Try like that. I'm not sure if Vorinclex is the same knockout punch it is in other matchups. We will be on the play at least. Turn Timber might also not be good enough. I wanted the reliable, maybe not even reliable is the right word. I wanted to make sure I had a mana source. I mean, Planeswalkers are powerful. It's worth... Keep changing my mind over here. I've decided to take the Symbioses out. We'll see if it's right. All right. They thought long and hard, apparently, about what they wanted to sideboard. We will be on the play. I do have a turn one play, but I don't feel... I just had to rely on expecting to draw cards here. I guess I'm going to keep 1, 2, 3, but it doesn't feel great. Throw back a Nykthos. We'll see what I draw. Oh, yeah. Do. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. I mean, not necessarily. We would have to draw support for that. Love-struck beast is on an adventure. Do. Thoughtseize. Goodbye, Scavenging Ooze, most likely. Because that's what we were going to do with our second turn. That's an ugly troll. Can't attack is, I think, relevant. No attacks. It is a vampire. That's the thing to remember. We got Belle. We got the Beast. Are they at... They're not illustrated by the same person? How weird is that? Yep. So they drew their vampire. But we can do this. They would trade here and then swing back on our Vivian. I don't have any blockers. No tax. Take it. Well, now. Yeah, I mean, they just have team death touch everywhere, and this is the part of the game where I just start drawing lands. So I would think their deck is set up to do the same thing. They have 24 land, so they even have more land than me and a way to draw if they flood. I don't have a way of drawing out of it. I don't know, it just feels kind of stupid, but this card itself feels absurd. I think I'm just done. There's no way I can break through that, and then we're going to draw another land. Very frustrating. So that puts us at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3. All right, can we win? 2 more is what we need. Come on. Join the match. Whew. Excuse me. Won the die roll. Another Yorion deck. That might be wrong. I guess we will find out. I mean, so now what I'm thinking is if I play this, is it the same to have already played the Burning Tree? I don't think so. Okay. So here's where I'm saying if I play it now, I put 3 in and get 3 back. That doesn't do me any good. I think I needed to play it last turn. Fires of Invention, okay. So we'll get it back. If I put it in right now, that'll get me 3. All right, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. All right, so if I get 3 right now, 4. Or does it make more sense? Because I've already played my land. I'm doing this for the purposes of because this potentially lets me Vorinclex next turn. Okay, they play a Fires. They play a Chariot. Okay, so two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Saved a little bit of damage, but it might not be enough. Maybe they didn't realize they had Trample. Although Vivian grants Trample. They also can't play effects on my turn. Maybe that's relevant. Isika's Chariot. I mean, not really sure how they break out of this. But I think we know Back to Nature's coming in. And then that might be it. This isn't restricted to anything, right? Just a creature. This is pretty interesting. Katria Triome, Glacial Fortress. 4-color mana base. It's pretty impressive, actually. Small Shark Typhoon as they look for maybe a 5th land. Nice. All right, so as we said, I think we want to deal with their enchantments for sure. I feel like the Hydras are going to have less to fight than normal. And the Harbinger is still going to die to general sweepers. At least damage-based sweepers that they might have. Maybe that's a case to bring like Lovestruck Beast in. Or Gargaroth in. Jadelight Ranger can at least draw cards. Harbinger draw cards, but it has it has to connect first. That's the only difference in what I'm thinking there. We still have Vorinclex Beatdown. I'm just looking at toughness as what's going to pull through. Okay. Not that that's maybe the best way to look at it, but I think I stick to my guns. Like, I've been trying to be like, oh, this hand's good enough. No, it's not. Turn 1 Accelerant or bust. But I think what goes back is the Oath of Nissa, because I'm going to want to play either one of these into that. So I think that's what we sent. Getting that F6 value. How's it going, Steve? Are you safe? I saw some weather-related stuff. Safest but wettest part of the island. Okay. Glad to hear safe. Okay, so 2, 3. If I hit it now, I'll get my guy back. Have we played a land? We have not played a land. So as of right now, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana next turn. Serves me right. Overextended to a point. I want them to commit something bigger. I want them to play... What do you call it? Sure. All right. I feel like they have properly committed. I didn't realize that was an instant. I can't block him, it flies. Played their snow-covered plains. Okay. So... Okay, Yorion is now in hand. Drawing some hot ones here. So yeah, they have Yorion in hand, but what are they doing with it? Going Vivian Beats. What do you got for me? Burn in response? No, because I know you're holding a Yorion. Drew a cast out. I wanted to get the mileage out of her ability, is my thought here. God, come on. Four mana. What can we play for 4 mana? Baby Hydra. A Beast in Flashback. Yep, so this is still the same Luca thing, I believe. Luca Transmogrify. Alright, on the play. Let's go. Can we run over one time? Now then. Nice. 2 sideboard cards. There they go. Magic Online Shuffler. I really... Magic Online. Come on, 3 mana something. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting the rampant growth. So I don't think there's any sweepers here. Eska's Chariot's coming. I don't want to give them the free card. All right, sweep me, baby. Sure. And we're done for the night. Very frustrating. But I mean, that's what their deck is built to do. Their deck is a pile of removal. So the fact that we're just like a kind of dumb creature deck, if we stumble, we are massively punished by stumble. I mean, both times we played against the Yorion deck, it beat us. And then we lost to Mono Black, and we lost to one set of Niv Mizzet, but then we beat the other Niv Mizzet. I feel like the Niv Mizzet, you're trying to get too greedy with the mana. And for whatever reason, I guess this one seems less greedy. I don't really know how. Maybe because instead of just raw card count, you're looking for more synergy with the Yorion stuff. Then again, they have 80 cards, but somehow always works for them. I don't know. Little suspicious. Whitelisted. Magic Online Premium subscription. That's the only thing I can think of. Oh well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 4 right now, which means we now have to win 5 in a row again to get back on the plus side. This is how it always is we're really close, and then it slips, and then it slips, and I don't know what happened to the good old days when we just like won 8 or 9 out of our first 10 matches, and then we just kind of like played on from there. I don't know. Somewhere along the way, we screwed things up. That or more people started playing and are just better.